Belfalas. Was it down here? Door to, Cape? Small stream hiccup. Did we really? Oh, yeah. I suppose we did drop. My apologies. I guess we just got some weird internet stuff going on today. It's kind of unusual. Usually our internet's pretty solid here. So strange. Although I do remember seeing some like just some like general, internet fuzziness stuff when I was watching some YouTube this morning. All right, so Western Gondor, Dol Amroth, Cape of Belfalas. No, we don't want that. So I wonder, do I go back to Dol Amroth and King's Gondor to return to, because I thought one of the other ones was Pelargir in King's Gondor. The internet as a whole has hiccups these days. Well, I blame cyber terrorists or something. I don't know. All right, let's see here.
A king has come again to Gondor.
So, if we're here, Western Gondor, Calimbel, and Tadrint. Guess we could go to Calimbel. We'll go check that out. I don't think we were at Calimbel yet, were we? How about Farouk Jahar? Or that, either. Last week when the server was lagging, I was losing connection in the whole house at the same time. Okay, here we go. So, Lamadon, King's Gondor, Calimbel. I don't see a ring here. King's Gondor. All right, where's the last? Got to be a ring out here somewhere. So, Lamadon, Calimbel. Not seeing anything here. Was Blackroot Vale. Is there something else in the Blackroot Vale? It doesn't look like it. And this is like all of that. What do we got? Cape of Belfalas, Dol Amroth. See, like, I'm not seeing anything flashing on the map. Which one are you looking for? Good question, Jin. The Sea Longing Lord is the only one that I have remaining. This is what I was saying earlier. It's kind of sucks because, like, I want to be able to pull that book up from here, but I can't. The Sea Longing Lord. What else is there? So, he's in Pelargir. Okay. That would require me to go there. So we could take the Dockmaster there. Well, maybe we can just swift travel. Let's try the horse here real quick. Hold on.
A king has come again to Gondor.
See, I can't reach Pelargir here. Maybe, all right, let's do that. So let's go back to King's Gondor in Dol Amroth. And then I think we can take can we, did you visit the Ent? No, I did not. Where is that Ent? If I remember, so was that over in Outer Gondor that we had to go? Isn't that down here somewhere? That's the thing, like, I'm not seeing, like, a ring to lead me to this one. Suppose I could look it up. Whoops. Wow, that was a long-ass delay. Looking it up here. No, I did not talk to the Ent. I don't know if I have. Do I have to? Do I have to talk to the Ent to get it to move forward somehow? I mean, King's Gondor. So here's King's Gondor. Here's Pelargir in King's Gondor. Now I could. Yeah, so we'll do this. We'll go back to Dol Amroth, and then I'll travel to Pelargir via boat. Do that first. He's out of Ost Arndir. Really? Do I need to talk to him? He's not going to go with us, right? Probably sends me to the boat or something. Because, you know, wood. There's Blackroot Vale, Outer Gondor, Ost Arndir. I'm not seeing anything else lighting up though for all of this, right? The only thing that I have left is to go talk to the dude in Pelargir. I mean, I could do others, but Ost Amdir. Yeah, right. All right, let's go down to the dock. You want the bird, you talk to the Ent? What bird are you referring to? The bird is a friend of the Ent, but is in a cage in Pelargir. Okay. So what does it give you a Does it give you a pet or something? Does it give you something out of it? I don't see it, like... He helps with some of the quests later on. Bird is the word? Okay. Alright, so where do I find the Ent again? You said he's out of Ost Arndir, but I don't know where. Like, I'm not seeing a ring that is part of this whole thing for this quest. There's somebody in Farouk Jahar, too. Where is Farouk Jahar? More of the crew you gather up, the easier the last quests are to do. Alright, well, I've done the Knight of the Green Hills, the Boon Companions. We still need the Sea-Longing Lord. She Who Remained. That was Sigileth, who we just did. We got J-Jax. We did that one. The Crew. Brothers of the Queen. Optional. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. These are the optional ones. Dweller of Tumbamale. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Let's see here. Where... You must complete Objective 2 and talk to Surgon before you can use the whistle near the cage. You must stand directly in front of the Songbird's cage when using Leafshade's whistle. Okay. The Swan Knight. We did that one, right? No, or didn't we? Tadrant and headed to the northeast. Look for him there. Swan Knight, Rossaran. We just did that one, right? Collect Belfalas wildflowers from the camp of Makam Majan. Yeah, maybe we didn't do that one yet. King's Own Merchant. The Ent is at 70.7 by 94.9. There are no rings until you get there. Yeah, see, I thought he was down in this area down. He's down here, right? Oh, there it is. Okay, so he's down here. So, not Ost Arndir, he's off of Lond Kirion is where we need to go. You had me confused. Alright, so let's go to Lond Kirion. We'll go back there. Somebody talking in chat about how the subscriber town service expires in 203 months. We were just talking about that. Alright, so... Alright, out we go. We'll go find the Ent. You're in need of a nap. Yeah, tell me about it. I was up at about 5 a.m. this morning. We went to bed around 11. So, you know, I got me my 6 hours. I'm still kind of tired, though. I probably need a nap today. How many of you take naps? Naps are good. But the thing is, like, how many of you, like, take a nap, but you sleep too long at the nap, and then when you wake up, you've slept too long, and now you feel like shit for the rest of the day? Was up before 4 a.m. and that was after getting to sleep at 11. Yeah, well, I've had days like that. You know, some of those nights where you get like maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep and then you're just like, oh God, I can't get back to sleep. That's usually my biggest problem. I have difficulty getting back to sleep sometimes. Oh, I guess we can't go that way. We gotta go up. Wasn't sure where the path down was. Getting yelling to go play with other peeps, so no way I could just... Yeah. Actually, with the kittens that we now have, that's kind of become an issue. Not terribly. But yeah, they have a bit of a tendency to wake us up from time to time. Oh. I don't know if this is going to work. I think we're still not in the right spot. Nope. Can we swim? We're swimming. Yeah, the new kittens tend to be rather strangely playful at various hours of the night sometimes. Yeah, fortunately I have enough health to get me there. Is it over here? Looks like it. He was fine until he heard the others talking. Yeah, that happens too. One of them will start chattering about something, and then all the other ones come because we now have. Well, we essentially have 5 cats now because like. We had our 2. We had Lala and we had Munchkin. And then we decided we were going to keep these 2 kittens from the feral mom that decided to come around for food all the time. And was pregnant and all that kind of stuff. So we kept the kittens. And now, of course, she just lives outside on our porch because, you know, we still feed her. So she doesn't go away. It's the strangest thing too, like, she lives on the porch, and we let her inside from time to time. She'll come inside, she'll play with the kittens, sometimes rough, but she just doesn't, she was feral when we first started feeding her. It took a good bit of time to just gain her confidence and you know, so that she would even let us touch her. And, you know, then we went through the whole cycle of, you know, fostering her with the kittens and getting her then TNR'd and back outside, and now she just lives on the porch. But what's really strange is like if we get off the porch, like just into our own backyard, or if she comes inside, we have a really hard time petting her or scratching her or anything, right? Just She won't come to us unless she's on the porch where we feed her outside. You know, it's a very interesting situation, you know, like the only safe place for her to be with us is just on that porch area. You have 3 inside and about 6 strays you feed outside? Okay. I gotcha.
You have come back again, little one.
Have you returned to the Tubamale to bring me news of Nestinasorn? You tell Leafshade that you are looking for crew members to sail with you to Umbar, and you hope to rescue both Nestinasorini and the young heir of Pineth Galeen from the Kindred of the Coins. Leafshade exhales heavily, shaking the leaves of his grove. When the leaves finally settle, Leafshade speaks again. I do not like boats. My friend sailed away on one such vessel, but it is not the first time I have lost a companion to the branches that float. Another friend of mine, Gwalang the Limlin, built a nest here in Tubamale, but the wooden boat passed nearby and he flew over to it. He never came back. Varian told me long ago that the sailors sometimes take birds with them on their voyages. Perhaps it was the same with Gwalang. Leafshade slowly extends a long arm to you. After a moment, you realize he is holding a small wooden whistle. If you find Gwalang, blow the whistle and remind him of Tubamale. It may help. It may be he has forgotten. So that's done. Find Leafshade's friend. All right. Now we said that is going to be in Pelargir, right? Okay. There. King's Gondor, that's what we were looking for. But see, again, no quest ring there. The crew are so interesting. You could find him. Okay, so alright, so let's go back to Lond Kirion, and then we will set sail to Pelargir in Western Gondor, or in King's Gondor, and go from there, yeah. 2 of the inside cats are my granddaughter's huge Maine Coon cats, and then we have this kitten that was on a roof across the street. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we have the 2 kittens, and they're both just tiger striped tabbies. You know, nothing special there. But they are adorable, and we decided, because we had, when we started fostering the kittens, you know, we had just kind of like, you know, we were just like, you know, it'd be nice, because one of the things that I've had cats all my life, right? We've always had cats, kittens, whatever, and one of the things that I kind of always knew was that, you know, if you get them at an early enough age, then, you know, usually you're gonna end up with much more human socialized cats, and of course, you know, you want to try to get them as early as you can. And you know, being that these kittens were 4 weeks old when the mom brought them to us, you know, we're like, well, you know, it's our opportunity to have some kittens that, you know, have some cats that were, you know, that we've raised from very young. So it was an opportunity for us to do that. We decided that we would, and honestly, it's been great. The kittens have been awesome. Been a little bit of an adjustment for the other cats. Munchkin's okay with it. Lala's Lala. Where is the person on the dock? Oh, I guess we go to the boat? Or isn't there a dock master over here somewhere? There it is. So, no, that's a Hobby Master. Where is the boat? Hey, Bill, what's going on, man? Not doing very good. You lost your mom last week. I'm sorry, man. Oh, that sucks. I'm very sorry to hear that, man. You have my condolences. Passed away from a major heart event and severe dehydration and kidney damage. Had a major heart attack in the place that she was in. I'm sorry, man. I know what it's like. I lost my mom to cancer many years ago. So not exactly a sudden thing, like something like a heart attack would be. So not quite the same thing, but, you know, still losing a parent, it's, get it, man. But life goes on. So, what am I missing here? Is there something? Gotta be something here. We should have a puppy. Nah, we can't. You know, honestly, like, I don't mind dogs. But there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I don't mind dogs, but I'm just not really a dog person. For granted. All right, Pilar Gear. Oh, there's actually a Dol Amroth in King's Gondor. I guess we haven't gone there. That's interesting. Pilar Gear in King's Gondor. Let's go there. That was almost 15 years ago to cancer. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Depends on when you lose. The younger it is, the harder it hits. Yeah, I could probably agree with that. I was in my early 20s when I lost my mom. That was in 1991. And it's funny, you know, like I look back now and you know, like now I can be like, you know, I never really knew my mom. I never had, like, cause I was, you know, late teens, early 91, so I was like 22 when my mom passed away. She was 54. So I've outlived my mother, which is a good thing, I suppose. You know, we want to live longer, right? But yeah, it's so yeah, my mom passed away at a fairly young age. Actually, I lost my mother, and my two sisters, all three of them to breast cancer related cancers. Over the years, and it sucks. A puppy, and you can hold him and squeeze him and call him George. Nice. I will love him, and I will squeeze him, and I will hug him, and I will call him George. Is this even a place I can go? I don't think it is. Point of coming up here. I didn't need to come up here, did I? I need to figure out, I need to remember where it is we're going in the city. Surgon's Manor in Pelargir, 80. Oh, okay, I see where that. It's going to be over in this area here, so that's fine. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I mean, you know, like I lost my my other sister. So one of my sisters passed away in 2001. My oldest sister, and my other sister, who was the middle child, she passed away in 2022. So, not so long ago. But I feel for you, man. Did you ever get the Comcast in the trailer park? Yes. Yeah, we did. I finally got that in last year. That was all done. But like, now you know we're not there anymore.
Welcome to the next level, Spanky.
Beldernick, thank you for 68 months, man. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. But yeah, we I hope you know that we were in a house now. we're not full timing in the RV anymore. We have a house, but we did. It's funny too, because that was kind of like the running joke is, you know, we did all that work to try to get them in there, get Comcast in there, and then we were like, hey, guess what? We just bought a house and we're, you know, going somewhere else. So I mean, I still have the property over there and stuff, and the RV is still parked over there. We want to rent that property, but you know, just for the season or whatever, because we're not going to be using it. So if I can get a tenant in there, that would be great. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. So it's been a year now. I mean, I know I haven't been streaming like all this year. You know, like I started streaming again just a couple weeks ago, and before that, it was like, you know, I hadn't streamed since like late last year. So, but yeah, we bought a house. We're about maybe 45 minutes from where we were with the RV park. We're over more towards the Gulf side now, Central Florida. So we just we have a nice small house on about an acre, and so yeah, so we're here now. So not quite so cramped anymore. We needed space. It was just too cramped. As much as we enjoyed the experience of why is there? Oh, I guess we go this way. You know, the full-time RVing and stuff like that, and you know, it's not like I wouldn't do it again for whatever, but for the most part, it was just like we needed to get into a place that had some more space. So here we are. Yes, little miss. See, now one of the cutest things, and unfortunately I don't have the camera on, so I can't really show you this, but Stormy, who is the other, we have Wolfie and Stormy. Those are the two kittens that we kept. She has this obsession. Stormy does. She has this obsession with Velcro cable ties. So we have like a Velcro cable tie, and it's like kind of wrapped around itself just to kind of make like a circle, just like this little circle, and she fetches it, and she's obsessed with it, and she will fetch it, and she will bring it to us to have us throw it for her again. It's literally like almost like having a dog. Do you still go to Disney World? We haven't been down to Disney World. It's been a couple months. But we were going to try to plan to get back down there again this month for maybe a day. I think Animal Kingdom is doing pass holder magnets. I got to check our passes because our passes may be expiring or have expired. So I got to see when it is that, whatever. Not sure what you're going to do with all that space. Maybe rent out a couple rooms. Hey, the way to do it these days, man, just be cautious about that kind of thing. You know, do your background checks and stuff.
So what brings you back to my manor with such haste?
You return from your tour of Gondor with the king, and so quickly. You tell Sergon of what befell young Thorongil of Pinath Gilleen, and of the mission to bring him safely back from Umbar. His eyes light up, and he eagerly grasps your hand. I will be delighted to join your crew, my friend. I confess to you that thoughts of the sea have occupied my dreams, and even my waking thoughts have dwelt upon it. Ever since I spoke with King Elisar and stepped down as Lord of Lebanon, I have desired to sail once again. My son, Faltharan, will take up the charge of rebuilding the vessels of the Gondorian navy. He is already well acquainted with what must be done. I have further confession. I have already packed my trunk, hoping beyond hope that a ship would have need of an old sailor for its crew. By the Valar, it has come to pass. Will you bring the trunk in here for me? It is in the southern dining room of my manor. Okay. Now, wasn't there a thing we talked about too? Isn't the bird? The bird is in here. Fox and Fog, hey, how are you? Yo, guys, it's my first day playing Lotro. Now choosing, well, welcome to the game. Now choosing race and class. Is there any class I need to stay away from because of low demand in future for raids and instances? As I get, champ kind of suits for me as good DPS with good demand. Well, so most of the classes have versatility in that, you know, you can usually get sort of, I mean, a lot of them, they all have different lines, you know, you'll see them in your trait lines and stuff. I'm playing a burglar, for example, so for me, you know, most of my stuff's all damage, but there's also a lot of things that do like crowd control and buffs and things. So, if you think of like the holy trinity kind of thing for classes, you know, you have, you know, healing, you have tanking, and you have DPS, right? So it's going to be one of those things. Champs are great. Champ was actually the first class I ever played. It was, you know, it's good DPS, and you can do a lot of AoE. You know, you can either be doing single target DPS or you can do AoE DPS, and AoE is obviously going to be pretty cool for grouping and stuff like that. See, now Questing Dad's saying stay away from Mariner, probably, I guess. Mariner's an interesting class. I mean, that's the most recent class that they've given us. And I did play a Mariner through a good bit of content for a while when I first started playing around with a Mariner. That was kind of cool. I liked it. It's just not necessarily one of the best, I guess, from a DPS standpoint. If you're looking for DPS and you want, if you like melee DPS, then yeah, Champion's probably going to be your go-to. If you want ranged DPS, if you like the pew pew stuff, yeah, you're going to want to go with like a Hunter. If you like something that's a bit more tanky, then you're looking at things like you could do a Captain as a tank. You could do, obviously, Guardian is the original heavy class tank, you know, heavy armor tank class, I guess I should say. And then there's also Wardens. Wardens are a bit more complicated with the gambits and that sort of thing. But you could, if you, all really depends on, like, you know, what your play style is like and whatever. My first suggestion to anybody new to the game is, you know, don't focus too much on like, okay, I need to play this class because, you know, when I get to the end game stuff, which is going to be way down the road because there's so much content in this game now. Just enjoy the ride and, you know, pick something that's fun for you, and you're going to kind of know whether you like a class early on or not. I mean, you know, there's also Brawler as a DPS class. I don't know, what does everybody think of Brawler these days, right? Yeah, Lotro is definitely all about the journey and not rushing to endgame. There's so much content. There's so much story. There's so many things to do. And it really is about, you know, enjoy the ride kind of thing. Because I'll be perfectly honest with you, there's really not a whole lot. Like, I mean, there's things to do at endgame, but, you know, endgame is not like the be-all, end-all of this game. Lore Master is a lot of fun to play. There you go, too. Yeah, if you like crowd control and buffing and all of that kind of stuff and using pets, Lore Master is your go-to. If you like zappy ranged damage, you know, Runekeepers are there, but Runekeepers can go damage or healing, depending. So if you like kind of a hybrid class like that, that's a good choice as well. I mean, again, it's really, some of it is, you know, some trial and error. You know, try out a different, you know, more than one class that you think you might like. But like, if you wanna do melee DPS, yeah, Champion is a good place to start. It's a fairly easy class to learn. If you like being sneaky, you can do Burglar like me, because, you know, I am the awesome Burglar. But anyway, but don't be in a rush to get to endgame. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of things to do to get a character prepared for endgame, and that includes, you know, things like you know, your trait tree, you know, building out your trait tree and you know, farming all the points and all of that kind of stuff that you're going to need to be able to build out that tree and things. And then your other stuff too, your racial traits, your virtue traits, you know, leveling all of these things up and having the right ones slotted for what you need and finding gear and all that. Go redline and call forth lightning to explode your enemies. Yes, exactly. Is that the actual tagline that they give you for it? Is that they actually tell you? Oh, there it is. Is it possible the caged songbird? Yeah. Okay. There's the whistle. Oh, we must stand right in front, right? No. Talk to Sirgon in his room of keepsakes about the caged songbird. Oh, okay. He has another quest ring. I gotta talk to him first.
What is it, my friend? Ask me anything, and it shall be yours.
You ask Sirgon how he came to possess the songbird caged at the far end of the room of keepsakes. Oh, it was a year ago now. I sailed to speak with my friend Bellandor of Langstrand about some matter or another. I confess that I cannot bring it so easily to mind. He is dead now, drowned among the Shield Isles. Story for another time. But I do remember that as we sailed along the coast of Anphalas, that bird flew across the water to my vessel and settled upon one of the ropes. He was a boisterous little fellow. At first I thought he was there for the fish my crew had caught that day, but he quite ignored them. He stayed on the ship for that entire voyage, and as he did not disturb any of the crew, I kept him on board for other journeys as well. Now he keeps me company here at home. You tell Sirgon about the possibility that the songbird might be Gwalang, a friend of Leafshade, and that the Ent gave you a whistle to call him home. Oh, I see. I will miss the little fellow, but I do not want to keep him a prisoner here if he wishes to be elsewhere. Well, I do not know what is to be kept from the place where sings your heart. Go to him and blow the whistle. Perhaps he will stay here, but if he does not, I will be pleased to set him free. Okay. The caged songbird tilts his head and hops excitedly.
Oh, you leveled up. Way to go, Cupcake.
Exactly. There we go. Happened there. Oh, Foxing Fog, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. What about race? Really interested in Hobbit. Want to travel Shire, but forum guys recommend human or dwarf because of racial bonuses, but is that a big deal? Well, here, I'll show you this. It can be a big deal. It really only depends on, like, if you're trying to min-max your characters. So, like, this character is human, for example, so I get, what do we get here as human? Man sword damage, so plus 5% damage. So that can be kind of big, you know. So if you're trying to maximize damage and stuff, then now, granted, you know, well, burglars have other skills that are like damage bonuses and things like that for using daggers or whatever. But yeah, there's like, so if you're concerned about min-maxing and stuff like that for later on in the game, then yes, it can be important. But honestly, I'm still going to tell you, you know, if you want to play a Hobbit, play a Hobbit. Now, it's not like you can't do, like, Hobbity things as a human. You can go run around the Shire and do all the stuff, because you're going to eventually want to go do that anyway. A big part of the game is going to a lot of the areas. So, for example, Eriador, Breland, the Shire, right? So you can go to the Shire. there's different areas of the Shire. There's the Yonder Shire and the Shire proper, right? But you're going to want to complete those. By completing those, you get Lotro points, you get titles, you get, all the things, right? But you can still go back. You want to go back and do all those eventually in all of the areas anyway. So even if you choose human, you'll want to go to the Shire. You can even start in the Shire if you want. You choose to be a human. Normally, humans and hobbits, like your intro instance, if you're going to do the normal original intro instance for hobbits and humans, you'll start out in Archet. And then ultimately, if you're a hobbit, when you get done with the initial starter instance for saving Archet, once you come out of the starter instance, you end up in Mickle Delving in the Shire, and then you'll start your adventure from there and run through the Shire. If you're human, you'll basically appear in Archet, and then you work your way out from Archet over to Bree, and then you continue on from there. But if you wanted to level your character up in the Shire but be a human, you can do that. All you have to do is really just leave Archet, go over to Bree, and then once you get into Bree, you can take a horse. I believe you can swift travel to the major places like Mickle Delving for free, or at least a low cost. And then once you're then you can just start from Mickle Delving as though you were a hobbit. So you can do all that. You can do the same thing. You can go to is it Dueland for elves? You can go up to Ered Luin. And for elves and dwarves, so you can do all that. Mostly that's there so that, like, hey, we're friends and we're gonna play together and start new characters together. And I want to be an elf and you want to be a hobbit, but we want to adventure together from the beginning, so you can meet up and do stuff like that. That's a good question. What server did you choose to create your characters on? Be free. The songbird flies out of the cage, circles the room, and vanishes outside. All right, so we'll have to actually go back to Leafshade. Wow. Okay, so we're going to have to go do that. All right, we got to go pick up the trunk. Trunk over here. Let me know where that damn trunk is. Oh, of course it's all the way in the far corner. Don't really know how they work. Is it like in WoW Realms? Yeah, characters. Your character is going to be bound to one server. Yeah, you don't cross over, but you can move. Like, if, let's say eventually you decide you want to change servers, there is a service that allows you to do that. It does cost you, but you can move a character from one server to another if you wanted to do that. So that's a thing as well. Hey, Klaus. Well. How are you?
Tell me about the ship we will be sailing to Umbar. It has been too long.
You tell Sergon what you know about the Wave Hunter, little as it is, and he nods eagerly. Golas Gil of Anphilas was a mariner of great skill and ability. I knew him well, and we sailed together more than once. I believe he was, as I am, a man of the sea, but one whose duties called him away from the waves, to his great regret. I remember him fondly. It is right that his prized vessel will bear us to Umbar on the king's mission. My wife and son will want to speak to you. I think they think I am too old to be of use, but I tell you, they are wrong. Talk to them. Alright, in Sirgon's manor. Is that here? Somewhere? Are they in here? Hello? Oh, there they are. I understand you will sail with my father to Umbar on a mission of some secrecy. No, I do not ask for any of the details. I think I have expected him to depart ever since I agreed to take over his duties as Lord of Lebanon. At least this seems to be on the king's behalf. My mother told me privately that she feared my father might sneak aboard a merchant ship and vanish in the night just to set sail again. I do not think he would go so far, but it is better this way, I think. Do what you can to keep him safe, my friend. He is not the man he was in his youth when he freely sailed the Bay of Belfalas at the steward's command and challenged corsair ships among the waves. Ready to watch some Umbar after a whirlwind of a week. It has been that kind of a week, hasn't it? I need a realm with most population, better economics, guild stuff, and so you sound like you're coming from from WoW. Are you like did you play WoW or other MMOs? All the servers now are going to be 64-bit, by the way. There are no active 32-bit servers any longer. They closed them all up. So yeah. So everything is 64-bit. So let's see. Peregrine is the US side, like the American role-playing server. Right, so if you, or roleplay encouraged is really what I should say. They don't really enforce roleplay specifically, but it does tend to have more of a roleplay friendly crowd. So that one's Peregrine. What's the other one that's not roleplay for the US, guys? Do y'all know? Glamdring is the biggest non-RP North American server. So there you go. Vanilla WoW? Okay. Okay, cool. Very weird week to be a teacher. I can imagine. I can imagine. Don't expect much of an economy, though. Where? Which one? Glamdring or Peregrine? On Lotro period. Wow. Wow. Shots fired. That's funny.
He's a sailor, my Sirgon, and he has always been a sailor.
My husband believes he is still the same man he was when he commanded the fleets of Gondor, but it is not so. Time marches onward, and while his mind is as sharp as it ever was, my Sirgon has lived long since those days. You ask Calabros if she wishes for you to withdraw your request, and she shakes her head. I do not ask this of you, for I know he can be of great help to you and to King Elisar. I do not say he should remain behind, for I believe it would do him an injury. I, being left behind while others sail again on such an urgent mission, would deal him a grave hurt, perhaps his last. He is a sailor, my Sirgon, and he has always been a sailor. He must go with you. But do keep a watchful eye on him. I do worry, even as I know he cannot stay. Alright. Devs have let the gold economy absolutely rot over the last 10 years. Gold has absolutely no inherent value due to no gold sinks in the game. This is true. Yeah, I can agree with you there. There's really nothing to rein in the gold. You guess you need a Europe server for a better ping. Well, the thing about that is, and everybody correct me if I'm wrong, there are no actual European located servers at this time. There was one that they did, and I thought that they were in the process of shutting that one down. The new EU realms are EU located? Oh, are they, Klaus? Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Biggest EU population, sir. Well, I will tell you this. So one of the things that has happened as they moved everybody to 64-bit servers, they really got everybody to just sort of consolidate ourselves. So they are in Amsterdam. Okay. All right. That's cool. Thank you for the correction there. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure. I knew that they had put one up over there, and then I thought that they had changed that and pulled that back for whatever reason. So, oh, the first 64-bit EU realm was Mordor, and now all of the new EU 64s are in the Netherlands. I gotcha. Avoid Orcrist. Not going to sugarcoat that. Why avoid Orcrist? But yeah, what they did is, so when they did the transitions off of the 32-bit servers onto, rather than upgrading the existing worlds that we had, which were several, my original prediction was that they were just simply by doing what they were doing, which is, okay, here's 2 new American 64-bit servers. And if you want to transfer your characters to these servers, you can do that, right? And so basically it was kind of a many to 1 or a many to 2 downsizing of servers. And I think they added some additional ones because they did find that it did get more busier than they thought it was going to be. So they added some extras. But basically what they did is they gave everybody the option to really just okay, here's new servers, here's where they're located, and move your characters yourself, and they that way they didn't have to go, okay, we're going to merge these 2 servers and then deal with the aftermath of having that.
Way to go, Cupcake.
Frolomir, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So what they did is they basically just told everybody, here, go wherever you want to move your characters. Here's the new servers, and then we'll eventually just shut down the 32-bit servers after everybody kind of moves everything, and everybody just kind of went where they went, and and now we have what we have, which is just all 64-bit servers. So Orcrist is overpopulated. Ah, okay. That is why. I understand. Ah, you know Frolomir?
It will be just like the old days, when I sailed the waves and risked life and limb against the harsh elements.
Oh, no. The sound thing has, wow, that's weird. All right, we're just going to finish that one out. My sound has gone crazy. You guys hear that? He's a streamer too? Okay. Yeah, my audio has gone weird. I've had more audio issues lately. I don't understand why. Let me see something here. Can I see if I change my audio settings in the game, if that fixes that? Although actually, you know what? It may actually just crash my game too. I've had that happen. Focusrite. No.
I hope my little friend has found freedom and happiness.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, there we go. My for some reason my microphone interface was kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know, for something I've had to sort of redo a lot of stuff, and I took my Go XLR out of the mix. It's, you know, whatever. So I kind of like simplified things quite a bit. But it still has some little weird quirks here and there about stuff. So anyway, any quick tips on how to not ruin my progress? Like, don't waste all my Lotro points on stuff. Interesting. So one of the things about this game, so of course it's free to play. I don't know whether or not you intend to do a VIP subscription to the game. VIP does get you a lot of benefits. I suggest you read up on them and see what that is like. One of them being like Swift Travels is actually a VIP benefit. So like you can see, like, I can travel to Ost-Arndir, but I can also Swift travel there. Right. So now you can do VIP for like 30 days, I think, I forget what the deal used to be. Wasn't it like if you buy VIP for like 1 month, and like any Swift travels that you unlock on a particular character, right, will unlock for permanently for that character. Things like that. I know that there was a bunch of other benefits and things. I'd say look into it. I don't know if it's something that you'd want, but you know, VIP does get you a bunch of more benefits. So there's that. VIP also unlocks quest content, you know, in the areas beyond a certain point. You really don't need to do a lot of that, though, I think, until you get where is it you need to go to now? Beyond Gondor, or not Gondor? Is it Gondor? No. Rohan, out beyond Rohan and whatever, right? Yeah, so premium benefits like Swift travel on all existing characters. Yeah, that's one. 95 is the end of the free content. Yeah, so there's like so much content to do before you even get to the point where, you know, you need to start paying for additional. But you do need. Well, so wait a second though. You still need to buy. You still need to buy the Moria expansion to get the Moria content, right? You still have to buy the expansion, or does it take you for free all the way through Moria, all the way up to 95, everything? Right? Oh, yeah, use that code too. That's right, yes. Don't forget to use that code right there in the store, in-game. Do it now. Do it now. Well, forever you will regret it. Yes, you get to Gundabad for free. Wow. Okay, so there you go. But does that include the expansion content as well? The original expansions, Moria and Mirkwood, are now free. What about beyond that, though? What about, like, Riders of Rohan? I mean, is everything... Yeah, this is where I'm a little confused on some stuff now, because you guys know me. I'm like... So I have lifetime VIP on my account, on both of them. Everybody drink. So, pre-Helm's Deep, right, okay. Up to 95 without the content code above, right? Okay. So, like, it's been forever and a day since I've needed, like, I buy the expansions each year. You know, because it's what I do. It's what I do. Actually, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'll have to go, like, experiment on my second account. Because my main account, I always buy the expansions. You know, so I get the goodies and stuff on my main character and stuff like that. But I have a second lifetime account that I had bought for my kids way back. And that was that lifetime account. I use Lotro points over there to buy everything, like expansions and stuff. Because I don't need all the special stuff over there. Right, I really rarely play anything on that account anyway. But I'll have to go like use that. I need to use that code over there because I want to see how much, you know, what it does in terms of the content that it grants and stuff like that. But even as a free to play character, I mean, you could literally make a brand new character on a brand new account and apply that code, and apparently you'll have free content all the way through. I think that's good until the end of this month or something. But make sure that you use that Explore Our World. They do that usually, like they'll do that like once every year or two, like when they've got like some major thing. So I think with all the stuff going on with the transition to the 64-bit servers and all that kind of stuff, that's why they're doing it. End of November 3rd. Okay, thank you. So that's cool. Then that means that'll run all the way through the month of October and into November. Very cool. All right, so we need to go talk to the Ent again real quick to finish up this particular item. So everything up to 95 is open to all. Okay. So what's the first paid for expansion that you have to get? If I go to lotro.com, previous expansions, right? So what they list on their site, Gundabad, Before the Shadow, Corsairs of Umbar, and then, of course, the current expansion, which is Legacy of Morgoth. So those are the ones that you would actually have to purchase. But again, if you're using that code, you probably don't, according to what everybody's saying. I haven't, like I said, I haven't checked it out for myself yet, but if you're using that code, then that should get you all the way to Umbar, you guys said, level 140, without, where is... Guess we're going down over here. I'm trying to figure out where this trail is. Oh, trees that move. I don't want to have to swim again. I'm trying to get down here and do the thing without having to swim. Oh, Avonx. So we can go over this way. Yeah, sure. Happy to help. Min Realm Free, hello. How are you? Welcome.
You found my friend.
Yep.
Guala.
Oh, to Gualong. There's the bird. Oh, there he is. Gualong jumps around chirping and trilling. After several minutes of this, Leafshade rumbles in satisfaction and calls you over to him. My friend Gualong.
My friend Gualong.
He speaks so slowly.
Says that he misses traveling.
And his happiest days were spent accompanying Sergon the sailor on his voyages. Hualong trills for a moment, then Leafshade continues. He says he was very disappointed when Sergon left the seafaring life behind. He desires to accompany you if you will have him. Perhaps when your voyages are done, my friend will return to Umbamali, but until then, he desires to go with you. Okay, so that one is done. Talk to K-Bar in the library with the candlestick. On to Kirion. Additionally, enjoy a limited time sale on select expansion quests in the Lotra store, where you will be able to pick up the following items for only 99 points through November 3rd. Instance Cluster, Return to Karn Doom, and Quest Pack Gondor Renewed. So there you go. So for 200 Lotra points, you can get those as well. Oh no! Oh, look. We're falling through the world. And then I jump and it works. So we're good there. Alright. Are we going upstairs? No.
Have you assembled a crew for the Wave Hunter?
You tell K-Bar about the crew you have recruited for the mission to Umbar, and he nods. They sound quite capable. I think you have done very well, and I am glad to have been of service. I suppose it is nearly time for us to depart.
The rest of your crew must have arrived at the Wave Hunter by now.
Uh-huh. And they surely wait for you to join them. I am coming too. I hope that the brave men and women you have recruited will have courage enough to spare some for me, for the specter of this voyage fills me with trepidation. Travel to the Wave Hunter, where it is docked in Pinneth Galeen. Alright, so we need to go to Ost Arndir. See, that still hasn't been fixed. What's that?
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor. Oh, the falling through the world. Oh, yeah. That's weird. I just walked through the door and was continually falling. I know I jumped or moved or something and that fixed it, but...
Noriel and the others of the crew prepare to depart.
The sailors were up before dawn, but that was still not enough.
When will be the last of these unending delays? My son is still in the hands of the Kindred of the Coins and must be rescued with all speed. My husband will see to the safety of Pineth Galeen while I am away, but as you are the one King Elisar has chosen for this mission, you will be responsible for the lives of all those aboard the Wave Hunter. I care not for my own life, I care only for that of my son Thorongil. Bring me to his captors, and I will do what is necessary.
It seems we are once again to be the hidden guard.
Ah, yes. The Hidden Guard. Look, isn't that convenient? That is my kinship name. Journeying in secret to rescue a captive. Nay, for this time, the captives number 2, and one of them is my own brother. Let it be a consolation to us that the place we must go can shelter no evil as great as that which lurked within the walls of Dol Guldur. I do wish I had my knives for this mission. Lanchagil and Agnasigil would make short work of the Kindred of the Coins. Although I understand Elisar is hopeful that we can return Thorongil and Coridan without bloodshed. I think that is unlikely. I have been training with this blade just in case. I have not yet given it a name.
I rose with the dawn and helped the sailors prepare the Wave Hunter for its voyage.
Thank you once again, and a million times more, for allowing me to sail with you, my friend. I feel alive again, and the feel of the deck beneath my feet has given back to me the vigor of my youth. To see at last.
Are you ready to give the order? None but you can give it.
The order is given.
Very well, my friend. Ready the sails!
It is time for the Wave Hunter to ride the river down to the sea and then to make for the city of the Corsairs. Alright. Off we go.
And so the voyage
Yes, I
of
do
the
use
Wave
OBS.
Hunter begins. Umbar awaits.
I know I suggested that you recruit the Corsair J-Jax for the crew, and he refused the offer, but I was under the impression that his brother Daxamat would be a little less, I don't know, a little less wild perhaps, but he is clambering all over the Wave Hunter as if he has not a care in the world, and without the slightest thought that he might fall from any of these perches, even more perilous than the last. Will you beckon for him to come down? He is making me nervous. Oh god, Kaibar is such a freaking Karen. Don't be a Karen. Where is he? Not seeing him? Sergon, Eladan. Oh, there he is. Beckon.
There is nothing to fear. This is not my first time aship.
Kaibar is a soy? What? Need to roll out. Enjoy the rest of the... Okay, I'll see you, Questing Dad. Thanks, man. Thank you for hanging out.
Tell the young scribe to come up here.
I do not feel so well.
Uh-oh.
Ah, he will get used to the motion in time.
I have not felt this youthful in years. Our course leads down the Lagardwine to the Bay of Belfalas, and then we will truly be on our way. Like young Kaibar, not all of the Wave Hunter's crew have before been at sea. I suggest that you speak with the folk you recruited and learn how the river passage treats them. The waters in the bay will be more unruly than this, and if the rocking in Langordwine disturbs them, it may be helpful to know and guard against further upset. I understand the dwarf Gimli has in his possession a remedy for seasickness. He may need to share it with Kaibar at least, and perhaps with others. I've never been to Umbar, and neither has my brother, unless he has somehow managed to escape my notice and had some adventure about which he has told me nothing, but I find that unlikely. I wonder if elves live among the sea folk that call Umbar their home. I will have to put this question to the Corsair Daxamat sometime in the next few days. It could be he has seen elves in the city or along the Cape during his time there, before the kindred came to power. The one who abducted my son Thorongil, this Nakazi Wave Reaper, you said you know who she is. You tell Noriel of the cellar encounter between Nakazi and the heirs of Castamere that resulted in the death of her husband, Tumuldo. Noriel stares at you with narrowed eyes. She will have no sympathy from me. Bad things happen. If she does not return my son to me unharmed, I will send her to see her husband at once. I may do this anyway. Let her and her masters beware. A knight of the Green Hills does not grant mercy without good reason, and the mother of an endangered child never does. Walang the Limlin hops excitedly up and down, occasionally cracking the shell of a snail he has caught on the railing of the Wave Hunter. He seems very happy to be sailing with Sergon again. Water looks like a duck pond. It kind of does. This blade has earned its name. I cannot give it a name that might prove to be the wrong one. Weapons are like children, or so I have heard it said. The elves of Lorien called my brother Corridan the River Walker, for he was often away from home, exploring the lands up and down the Anduin. Will this adventure now make him the Sea Strider or the Bay Rider? I will have to tell him this when we rescue him. He will laugh to hear it once he is safe. I have not yet needed the seasickness remedy you and Legolas procured for me, but all the same, I believe I will stay below decks for now. Do you think I should share it with Kaibar? I will have it ready if he asks me for it, but I do not want to give it all away, just in case. We are not yet out of the bay, after all. Legolas says he expects the rocking of the ship to become more pronounced when we leave the river behind us. I've given some thought to our voyage. I believe the city of Corsairs must remain a bustling port city, despite the defeat of Balakor the Scourge and the heirs of Castamere during the War of the Ring. Do you think the arrival of the Wave Hunter can go unnoticed when we draw near the port? I cannot decide if it is more or less suspicious of us to arrive by night. Perhaps some of Golisgil's sailors will give me their opinions. That ring must be upstairs or outside, or I don't know, maybe downstairs. I am right now. It was simply the sight of Daxamat clambering out over the railing of the ship that made me feel queasy. Think I will remain below decks for the rest of the voyage unless you need me above. I cannot imagine you will. The sailors of Anphalas seem very capable.
In time, even young Kaibar became used to the gentle rocking of the ship as the wave hunters sailed out into the bay.
Thank you for keeping my company, but I will not ask you to remain below decks for the whole voyage. Feel free to go above and take in the fresh air. Okay. Some members of your crew are talking and enjoying the breeze of the sea. The voyage is well underway, and now our thoughts turn to our arrival at the city of the Corsairs. What will we do if the Kindred of the Coins greets us at the dock? I said we would once again become the hidden guard, but there is very little that will be hidden about our mission if our foes see us arrive from atop the walls or from the watchtowers of Umbar.
Most of us have never been to the city of the Corsairs. We need someone who has been there to teach us what to expect.
I expect treachery. I expect villainy. The Kindred of the Coins will pay for taking my son.
There we go.
And for abducting my brother as well.
The city has changed since the Kindred came to power. Perhaps for the better. Perhaps for the worse. But I can try and tell you some things that may help.
Let's see here. I am not much of a teacher. My brother J-Jax is the talker in the family, but I hope to be a help to you. What do you want to know? Alright. History. Oh, good lord. So much stuff to read. Probably should have saved this for next week. Let's see here. History of Umbar. I was never really one for study, but I will tell you what I know. The name Umbar comes from the word Umbru Mara, the fruitful land, but its position on the southern side of the bay means it was greatly desired by many and often changed hands. It was a colony of Numenor. It was the southernmost port city of Gondor, and it was briefly held by the kingdom of Hamat, which ruled in near Harad before the great empire of Ordok came up from the south and conquered both. Much of that is ancient history. If my brother J-Jax were here, he would tell you that Umbar came into its own when the city became the city of the Corsairs, and its children preyed upon any fat vessel that dared traverse the waters of the bay bearing jewels, wine, gold, or silver. He would tell you that, too, that the rich merchants and rulers of the city would take their portion of the Corsairs' plunder, and the wealth would pool in the coffers of those who already had plenty. He would speak at length about this. After the war, Umbar is now ruled by a fellowship calling itself the Kindred of the Coins. I have told you what my brother and I learned about them, little as it may be, but you have assembled a mighty crew, and I trust you will be able to deal with them. Rule of Sauron. Oh, I don't want to read all these right now. Blah 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 blah. All right, we will continue on. The Blahs have it. Hey Warhide, how are you? Blahs have it. Downstairs. Thanks for checking in on me. You say the Corsair Daxamat spoke about what we can expect when we reach Umbar. I should have liked to hear that, assuming it was good news. You tell Kaibar what you learned, and he nods. A little good and a little bad, then. It sounds to me as if we have our work cut out for us when we arrive. At least the sailing has been easy. I expected worse.
But every sailor knows this truth. The temper of the sea is changeable.
Glad to hear you feeling better, man. The storm rages and the seas are wild. We have to take down the sails or the wind will tear our masts to splinters. The sailors and the elves have gone above, but I cannot tell if they are still alive. Go up on deck and weather the storm. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. The storm rages. The sails have been taken down, but we are not yet safe. There is a presence in the wind, and it seeks to batter our ship beneath the waves.
This is no natural storm!
Oh, hello.
We're too near the rocks! Everyone, hold on to something!
Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Uh-oh. That did not sound good. Sounds like we were dashed upon the rocks. Find the Wave Hunter. Oh, that looks like it. Is that my broken ship? There'd be a hole somewhere. I know, right? New deed. Denizens of the Shield Isles. We have discovered Voyage's End. Okay. Well, dang it. I broke my little ship.
You're alive. Thank the Valar. That unnatural storm has brought the voyage of the Wave Hunter to an early end. We have run aground upon the Shield Isles. Let us wait for the rain to stop, and then we will decide upon our next move.
Instance over. Note to self, Sharflyer is a good pilot, but don't let him drive the boat. Yeah, there you go. Not a good boat driver, that's for sure.
We are lucky to be alive.
Alright, I think we're going to call it there. Because, it's baseball time. I'm going to go watch the Phillies. So today, the Phillies, their magic number is 1. Being from Philly, of course, watching the Phillies is a thing. So, and actually the Eagles play today too, but we're going to watch the Phillies. Their magic number is 1 for making the playoffs and winning the National League East today. So if you're a baseball fan, you understand what that means. And if you're not, it's okay. I won't hold it against you. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out and watching and just kind of hanging out and watching. It's been kind of fun getting back into just doing some Lotro again and kind of taking it casual and working through content that I have not done before. So, you know, it's I think I'm now officially into the content for the Corsairs expansion. So now that we've gotten here, now we get to explore all the places, right? Actually, yeah, here we go. So here is the Shield Isles, right? So we'll pick up with this next week, next Sunday morning. I'll be back. Are you going live? Are you doing Lotro or are you going to fly first? Because if you're gonna fly first, Lotro only. Okay, so it's a Lotro only kind of day. All right, so we'll go raid Zeus real quick, and I'm gonna get out of here and go watch some baseball. But like I said, I'll be back on, I guess, again next Sunday morning. So we'll just do some more Lotro and keep working through the content here, and that's about it. So thanks again, everybody, for hanging out and watching. Hope you enjoyed. Got a cup of coffee and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of trying to delay here as I wait to get us over to Mr. Zeus there. Hold on a second. What is this? Always change. Okay, channel to raid. Hold on. Zeusalicious. There it is. All right, and we will start the raid. He's not quite up and running yet, but I'm gonna shove you all over there anyway. And thank you again, everybody. If you follow the channel today too, thank you for that. Do stop back and come, just kind of hang out with us. Like I said, right now it's just Sunday mornings for streams, and I don't know, maybe we'll add to that at some point, but not quite sure if we're gonna do that for a while. That's it. The simps approve. There you go. All right. Yes, there you go. The stream is simp approved. So there you have it. All right, let's go raid Zeus, and I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next weekend. Take care, everybody.